folks, Craig Lavati here with the Houston Museum of Natural Science. This is, of course, the HMNS Beyond Bones podcast. Happy spring break to all those who celebrate. Lord knows we celebrate at the museum. Right now, it is popping off. We've had some record numbers. We're very excited you guys are coming to the museum, especially during spring break. We want you to come back to the museum on March 26th at 11 a.m. because we have partnered up with Ronald McDonald House Houston to stuff the bus, namely one of their buses with donations for their 4 locations centered around Houston. And today we have Bettina, who is the food operations manager. Hi, there you go. I saw you waving. Bettina is the food operations manager for Ronald McDonald House Houston. And we have partnered up with them for this really cool charitable cause at the museum. Bettina, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. Thank you so much for having me.
So as we were telling you before we started recording, this is a really chill, just think of it as a really chill Zoom meeting that everybody in the world's going to see, hopefully. So there we go.
Worldwide.
So for those of you guys who don't know what the Ronald McDonald House does, explain to our audience exactly what the mission is over there.
Yeah. So the mission is creating a home away from home for families that have children that are being treated in the medical center here in Houston, meaning it could be cancer or other severe diseases that they would be in the hospital with for a longer time. It puts a large pressure on the family altogether because of costs, being away from your home state, maybe sometimes even home country. And what we aim to do is, not only providing them a space that they can stay in while they're here in Houston, but we also have had a larger renovation. So there is a kitchen available that the families can cook in. We have a large community space that they can get together and share experiences with other families. We do activities around the house, really anything that we can do to make them feel more at ease and take away a little bit of the pressure that at least when they are at the house, they can kind of calm down a little bit and gather strength for the next day.
So there's the main location off of Holcomb, and I've seen pictures of it. I've driven by. It's a big house. It's a big giant mansion looking thing, and that's where a lot of the families live. But also you have, I guess you want to call them satellite locations at Texas Children's Memorial Hospital, and also had to write it down. Sorry. Early morning. So Children's Memorial and also MD Anderson. All located inside the Texas Medical Center, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from HMNS. So on March 26th at 11 a.m., we're having you guys out there to stuff the bus. What are some of the items that these families and children need on a daily basis? What can we help? How can we help?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So the main reason why we do stuff the bus is to restock our pantry. We have some sleeping rooms in both CMHH and TCH and an MDA as well, but a large part of what we stock with these, snacks and convenience foods are family rooms. So we have 11 respite rooms in TCH alone, which means there's a huge amount of traffic that comes through on a day-to-day basis. And, we have anything from Pop-Tarts, oatmeal, microwave meals, smaller meals, things like that the families can grab if they don't want to leave their child's side for a really long time. So they can just pop into that family room, grab a quick meal, warm it up in the microwave, and be right back by their child's side. So it helps a little bit with the cost and everything.
Yeah.
The reason why
the whole cafeteria food thing probably gets a little old too. I know from having family members who have been in the hospitals for an extended period of time. Sometimes you just want something else, and vending machine food is not always optimal, and obviously the cafeteria is not open sometimes 24 hours, so you need a little something to sort of recharge.
And just the normalcy.
A cost thing, like a meal can cost up to $12 in the hospital, which can create a huge weight on the families to have to purchase these items. So and since there's a really, what's the word? Diverse population in the hospital, and they come from, all kinds of different places and economical situations. Sometimes there's just not the money to go to the cafeteria.
Yeah, you only have the money to get your child to these appointments or to stay there. And then you have, obviously too, you have, siblings that need snacks too. And because as a kid that grew up, going to hospitals, especially with my younger brother, hospitals are doing a really good job, I've noticed, of, also programming for the siblings too, because when you're a little kid and you have a sibling that's in the hospital, you matter too, because it's a big deal for you. So, and I've always enjoyed, every time there's any sort of Ronald McDonald House, like leave $1 here or there, I always jump at that because I know how serious it is. How can, if somebody's listening right now and they can't make it on March 26th, can they also donate online?
Yes, for sure. We have on our webpage a special Joyful Eats page under the group volunteer option or how to get involved. You can find multiple ways to get involved in the food program. And also we'll have a link to our Amazon registry that has all these items listed as well.
Okay. And do any other big corporations here in Houston? I mean, we're corporations everywhere. Do they, are there any big sponsors too you want to shout out?
Oh, we have a huge amount of incredible partners. Right now I can think of Southwest Airlines. They have been there from day one. When the house was initially built, so in 1978, I think they broke ground here in Houston by NRG, and they were already part of that. They do a dance party for us monthly and cook in the house. So
a monthly dance party?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
It's a really cool thing. So
that's funny.
Yeah, they definitely come to mind. Right now we're also fundraising for like a new playground that's more accessible for everyone, so that the kids in wheelchairs can have more fun too. So there's always great things going on at the house. So I definitely think it's worth checking out. I feel like before starting there, had no clue what all is done, from schooling to, meals and different kinds of activities. We have a different theme every month. It's just an incredible team. And there are always incredible efforts going on to be better, and I think that's definitely something to look into and be a part of.
Is Ronald McDonald House just a United States thing, or is this global?
It's a global organization. There's a lot of national locations, but some in Germany as well. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, that's where you're from. So,
of course, yes.
Bettina is from Germany. So we were talking about that before we started the show too. And her and Johnny were commiserating on their favorite spots and everything like that. But yeah, it's just so, and better than anybody too, that the Texas Medical Center is such an international place.
It is.
And we, not to get too flowery or anything, but we definitely love, you never know what they're going through, and it's just like a big hug, and we want to make sure that everybody there is taken care of. So the Ronald McDonald House bus will be parked out in front of the museum on March 26th. That's Saturday at 11 a.m. I'm going to definitely roll through HEB or Kroger and grab some items, and I'm not going to stuff them in the bus. I'm going to put them in the bus. We're not literally stuffing the bus, guys. We're going to gently put these snacks in there. What are some things that you can think of off the top of your head that are perfect for stuffing the bus for Ronald McDonald House?
Pop-Tarts, everything individually packaged, chips, snacks, oatmeal, mac and cheese cups, super popular for the microwave, Chef Boyardee meals, again, check out our registry. We definitely have everything listed on there. And whatever cost we can offset, with these Stuff the Bus dates goes to more nutritious meals that even the kids can eat. At MD Anderson, it's our oncology unit. So a lot of the kids have pretty severe forms of cancer, and they have a lot of nausea that they deal with. So we've really heard that having, some other meal opportunities and options like HEB Meal Simple have been really helpful for the parents, because when there's a moment, where the kids feel like they want to eat something, then they can just grab one from the microwave. That's really something that we want to get involved in more. So, another option is bring us a HEB gift card. That's also something that'll go a long way, and we can purchase more of those meals for the families at the hospitals with that as well.
And guys, go ahead, Johnny.
Just a quick question. Would it be a good idea for some families or some individuals to bring any more sort of diverse foods if there's a need for it? Let's say somebody is from Beijing or from India or from all different parts of the world, where maybe mac and cheese, maybe they don't like it. I mean, we can't just assume
everybody likes mac and cheese, Johnny. Come on.
I know that's just silly. I say that.
Silly talk.
But is it a good idea for some people to bring more diverse foods, or should they just stick to the list provided on the website?
I think the biggest help for the program at the moment is the provided items, because we spend a large part of the food budget on those items. We do try to, include a variety of different meals so that we have vegetarian options. The great thing with the simple meals, for example, you have, Indian dishes, things like that. We are certainly open to, taking some items on, and we'll put those out for the families to take. But we do have a varying population, so sometimes it's hard to narrow down what would be needed at the moment.
Right. I just love how the McDonald. I've grown up. Some family members utilizing Ronald McDonald House, friends and stuff, and I just love the normalcy that it can bring to the process, where you have, like we've mentioned before in this podcast, you don't always want to be hanging around the hospital the whole time and going to the cafeteria and spending money in the cafeteria, but just hospitals are great. And they are accommodating in many, many ways. But if there's a way for family and patients to get into a more home-like setting, I think that's one of my favorite parts of the Ronald McDonald House, is making it normal, making the whole scary process less scary and a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more normal. I think that's a huge thing, is just making it feel a little more normal. So
and you would be, I think some of the best moments are seeing the kids really enjoy their time and, not think about any hospital stays or illnesses. We do homecoming, we do back to school, there's crafting, dancing. We have a great opportunity. The Ferris Foundation is donating some funds so that we can work more with arts and expression through music and art. So there's really so many cool things, and to see how the parents are relieved too when they see the kids having a good time. I think that's really what we are here for. And they become our family too. We just had a family leave after, I think, 800 some days, and it's almost like a friend is moving away, so it's a really close-knit community at the house.
And those connections, I'm sure, last for years and years. And that's a very special thing. And Well, very cool. We're excited. March 26th at 11 a.m. Bettina, are you going to be out there?
I am going to be out there. So come see us, meet us, ask questions, learn more about the house. We're super much looking forward to meeting you. Thank you so much, HMNS. Oh my God. This is definitely a really cool partnership. We're super excited and we appreciate you guys, partnering with us on this.
I'm excited to try to help with the playground because I know that making playgrounds accessible for everybody, it's a big deal too. And that's a whole, I know that the Harris County has opened one. I believe it's called a Spark Park. It's for children of all abilities to use too. So that is very close, near and dear to my heart. Johnny is going to throw up all the links. Johnny's going to throw up. No, Johnny's going to put all the links at the bottom over here, so we know, so everybody knows, where to send their money, where to send all their Amazon wish links and everything like that.
I was just going to say, also, no matter how you're consuming this content, whether you're just listening to the podcast only or you're watching on YouTube, go down to the description. There's always goodies down in there. All the links, no matter how you consume, are in the description for the podcast or this video on YouTube. So look in the description.
Yes, and check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, obviously YouTube. If you're watching us, you're already watching us on YouTube, so what are you doing? But yes, come out on March 26th at 11 a.m. right outside the museum. We're going to be stuffing the bus for Ronald McDonald Houston. Thank you very much, Bettina.
Thanks, guys.